Cycle Fever TV is brought to you by these great sponsors, so support them. Call Tough Turf for all your landscaping and irrigation needs. Check out Seminole Power Sports for all their brands of motorcycles, accessories, and service. DA's Cafe, where it's all happening. Bikes, cars, great food, rock and roll music. Come on by. USA Payroll, payroll tax service, workforce benefit solutions, insurance, and human resources. Check them out.
Happy Thursday.
I got to do with that hat of Rick's. Look at that. What the heck is that hat?
I don't have a Cycle Fever TV hat.
You will tonight.
I'll go get him the pink one.
But it has to,
I got a pink one.
It has to be the trucker style with the little holes in it because my head's got to breathe.
Is that it?
That's the way it works.
Well, some of your head's popping out through the holes, Steve.
You're out of luck.
Hey, everybody.
I'll get you a pink one.
Thanks for showing up on this Thursday. We're here at the Ace Cafe as we are every second and fourth Thursday.
Yep.
And then hopefully, I don't know if you caught us on last Monday for Porsche night. You were out there, right?
That's right.
Saw you out there getting some things done. Well, we got a great show. We got a lot of stuff to cover today.
Yep, a lot of stuff.
Because we had stuff to cover, and then we added more stuff, and then when we were done, Rick added some stuff. So we're just stuffed out tonight.
And let me tell you, Rick, he gets all flustered when we change the lineup.
But here's the thing. I actually called Hank and spoke with him today.
I put it in there.
But he didn't relay it to Sean. So Sean,
I tell you?
So now I know Sean's the boss, not Hank.
See? Listen, we had another guest coming on, and he showed up, and I didn't know about him because someone didn't say anything.
Well, if you call me occasionally instead of, just hiding out.
I'd rather talk to my mom. All right, everybody. So the good news is, hey, Crazy John. Crazy John. Are we on both of them?
Yes, we are.
Woo! All
YouTube
right.
and Facebook.
So Mike Blanchette's going to take all the credit for that we're up on both Facebook and YouTube at the same time because he went over and he gave John's TriCaster a little rub there.
Yep.
And we were good to go.
Now let me just tell you, last night I had to go all the way to New Smyrna, which is like a 13-hour ride for me from my house.
Yeah.
And so when I went over there, before I could go to his house, I had to go to a website or to a work site, and I loaded up a whole bunch of grass, so I could fix my lawn.
Yeah.
You should see my van.
Wait, like sod grass or grass?
Sod grass.
Oh, sod grass.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Now, I got to tell you, I'm picking one up like this, and I'm going over to the van, I'm putting it in. I turn around, there's John.
He don't mess around, man.
Drops him down. I go like, how'd you do that? He goes, you grab it by the hair. I go, okay. So today, laying sod, I got it down. But then we went over to he's laughing, look at him. I won't tell you about the one piece of sod that some dog decided to leave a little defecation.
Yeah, well, they've already fertilized it for you.
What the heck?
We won't get into that or any RVs or anything like that.
Exactly.
We spent about 2 hours last night trying to go up on both Facebook and YouTube. And we got up, but it would only run for about maybe 3 or 4 minutes. So we did a thing called a speed test. Mm-hmm. And the speed test came up and it was under 3. So the guy that out of Texas says if it's under 3, you can't get your video up in time. So we came here tonight. John, what did we have for a speed test tonight?
7.1.
7.1. So we should have no trouble with buffering or anything.
Awesome.
So we're all up and running.
Fantastic.
Glad you said that because I'm not saying it.
Okay, now I'll let you go ahead.
All right, well, we got a lot going on, right? You gonna go? You usually go over it. You can't read.
He just made you the boss tonight.
Oh, all right. So you don't have. So, see, he doesn't have his glasses on. That's what's up. All right. Well, we're gonna do things a little different. We're gonna start out with an interview.
Yeah.
All right. We got Keith Paget here from Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central Florida.
Fantastic.
Okay.
All right. We've got the Whiny Wench.
Oh, that's.
Well, we don't have the actual Whiny Wench. We got the next best thing.
My ex-wife.
Tomorrow we have footage from the Whiny Wench, and he will let us know all about it. Rick will let us know all about it. We got the Uso Ride, part 1. I didn't know how many parts we got.
Well, it all depends on if I can retrieve. My computer's been in the shop now since last Thursday.
Yeah.
I got 2 of the 3 cameras that we got.
People don't care. All right, so we got part 1. All right, so then we've got an interview with Mike Blanchette, who got us up on Facebook and YouTube.
Yep.
And he's going to tell us about the USO ride, and he'll probably tell you how I didn't ride this year because there's a damn turtle that's out to get me, and I didn't want to take the chance.
Yeah.
So, but Rick was out on ride. He got some good footage for us. Then we're going to have our commercial.
Yeah.
Then we got Hollywood here from the Shadow Warrior Riders Motorcycle Club.
Right.
Yep.
So he's going to talk to us a bit, right?
Absolutely. He's got a great organization, great person. He's got some great people in his organization. He does amazing stuff, raising money for veterans and children's and whatever it may be. But he's got an event coming up October the 6th, and he'll come in and he'll talk about it.
Fantastic. Okay. All right. So we got Hollywood. Then we're going to talk about an event we've got tomorrow night.
Oh, it's
the 3 of us will be out there tomorrow
right.
night.
Yeah.
So we'll try not to get in too much trouble. It's at the Hard Rock Cafe in Daytona
Beach,
with
yep.
Nova Rex.
That's right.
Right?
And Pretty Boy Floyd.
Pretty Boy Floyd.
Yep.
So not to get confused with Pretty Boy Hank.
All right.
So,
and
Pretty Boy Hank won't be singing.
And don't forget, for those of you who are going to the Hard Rock tomorrow for the 80s metal concert, it's only $10 admission.
$10.
$25 is VIP. We'll be out there. We've got media passes. We'll have backstage passes, and we'll talk to the band members. But we'll also do some interviews. But here's the kicker. There's also an 80s costume contest. So show up there with your 80s hair and your 80s clothing. The winner will have, you're 40s.
No, not 1800s. Dude, not 1800s. The 1980s.
The winner will win a 2-day, 3-night stay there at the Hard Rock
very
Resort
cool.
Hotel at Daytona Beach.
And so for $10, you might win a 2-night stay.
You never know. But here's the best part of it. At the end of the night, they have an auction because remember he was telling us it was Kevin.
Yep.
His son has autism.
Kenny for autism.
Kenny.
Yep.
His son has autism, so they're auctioning off a guitar to raise money for autism, and then we'll also promote his cookbook.
Yes, he's got a cookbook.
I know.
All the band guys.
Which cracks me up. It's all the hard rockers, and they're doing like vegetarian things.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Vegetarian or vegetarian?
That's it. Yeah, well, you know.
I don't know on that one.
Well, we're now off of Facebook and YouTube. All right.
What do you say we go on the Saint site? Hey,
Yep.
Keith, you want to come on in?
Let's bring Keith in here and bring some sensibility into this whole thing. Hey, Keith, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
5
a long
minutes
time.
ago, that's right.
Feels like an eternity standing over there, doesn't it?
Well,
Way
watching you
keep
guys
talking.
have fun is a lot of fun.
Well, if it's not fun, we don't
you have
do it.
way too much fun.
Yeah, we do. We do.
That's good. So, you represent Big Brothers Big Sisters.
That's right.
Now, I heard that you came from like San Diego.
That's one place I've been. Yes, that's my hometown.
Okay, and is that where you came from to come here?
I came from Arizona to come here to consult with Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central Florida.
And then did you?
And then
all
they
of a
asked me to
sudden-
stay permanently, and this is my 4th Big Brother Big Sister agency, so
Wow.
I was happy to stay. As the board chair over here, Ed, said, we had to ask him to stay before summertime, or he wouldn't stay.
acclimated.
Yeah, humidity.
Good thinking, Ed. That's smart. Yeah, that's what
I'm
we
having
do.
trouble with the humidity, but I love Orlando and Central Florida, and I'm really passionate about Big Brother.
Can I
Big
say
Sister.
something?
Well, that's why
about
Rick's
this?
always wearing a hat, because of the humidity.
Yeah, his hair gets bad. Good stuff. Can I say something?
No.
Next time you're on the show.
I like you.
Next time you're on the show, don't wear a jacket and tie.
Can I take it off now?
You can
You
do
sure
it right
can.
now. Yes.
Look
sir.
at that. All right. Let's
here,
see
let me
there.
get you. Yeah.
All right, Crazy
There we
John
go.
will grab
now
that.
You're part of the
Oh,
crew. All right.
Look at
Now,
this.
Look at that.
All right, now he's going to show us his biker. Now he's going to show us his biker tattoos.
That's it. That's it. All right.
Can I have that bike to go home with?
You can for 14 grand. Don't let anybody take that bike for 14 grand.
I'm going to be on the show another time, and I'm going to wear my Harley shirt next time.
Sweet.
Outstanding.
There we
And
go.
and maybe we'll get you one of these hats that Rick bought.
That I still don't have.
You know what? But seriously, Keith, we want you to come back on the show. If you've got something going on, anything, especially with the Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Yeah, tell us.
Let us know. That's what, the biker community, we talk about it all the time. The biker community is always out there to help. Always out there to help. So whenever there's an event, we'd like to get it out there and let people know about it. The more people, the better, right?
So you got a ride going.
Yes, we do.
Let me guess. Wait a minute. November 17th.
That's right. You're pretty good.
Yeah, I got it written down right here.
Yeah, an hour ago we talked about this.
But that was pretty
No, what
good.
you talked about an hour ago, he forgot. But that's right there. So
Yeah, he told
remembered.
me he would forget everything. So let me refresh your memory.
Do that, please.
Well, first of all, I've been doing nonprofit special events for way too long, and I've done every event I thought imaginable, but I have never done a bike ride. So this is a first for me. I'm very excited about it. We have a 74-mile ride from Osceola and Lake County with the Sheriff's Department, blocking
They
off
do a
all
great
the
job,
streets.
escorted ride.
I'm told that's a very picturesque part of Central Florida. It's not flat like everything else I see around here. There's some mountains.
And they got turtles.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's we started at the Harley Davidson there in Kissimmee, and that's where we end as well. So it's going to be a fun day for us. We want a couple of hundred riders. All the money goes to Big Brothers Big Sisters. You didn't ask me about what we do, and I'm sure you're.
I'm going to
No,
do
we're
that.
gonna get to that,
I'm going
yeah.
to do that. But just so you know, when we get to the USO ride, that's how your ride's going to start.
Yeah.
So you can watch and see how it's going to go. Now, they went 80 miles, and that guy next to you, he and his date complained that their fannies were hurt. Oh,
Is that too bad?
My date or my business partner?
I don't know what she is.
Business part. Don't get him in trouble.
All right.
All right. But what I will say is, so it's going out of Orlando Harley Davidson South, right?
Yes.
Which Crystal, we see Crystal all the time.
Yeah, she's gonna be out a little later.
Will she? That's
Yeah.
great. But we see her all the time. She's fantastic. They put
Yep.
a great event together. They did a great event for the USO. So that I'm sure they're going to put a fantastic show together with you guys.
Well, they've done it this is our third year. So,
Yep.
we're very familiar with what they do, and we're very thankful for their support. And we're going to have Big John's Rockin' Barbecue there for lunch. We have music by Bad Intel. So it's not just a bike ride, it's a happening.
Yep.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And as I said, all the proceeds go to Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central Florida. Now that's your cue to ask me what
I
we do.
got another one. But see, don't leave me into it. I look bad. I told you we rehearsed this, but make me look good because these guys pick on me all the time. But question.
Yes.
What, John?
Big brothers, big sisters. You're going to tell me a little bit about it. And then when you're done, I want you to tell me where you're going to be December 8th through the 12th.
All right, be happy
Okay.
to tell you that.
All right.
I'm going to be right here next to this guy, but we'll get to that later. How of you three guys, how many grew up with both parents in the home?
I did.
You did? You did not.
My mom was smart.
How many had positive role models like a teacher, a coach?
I did.
That's okay. I was going to say that's why you're so screwed up. You didn't have it.
But wait, that's just one of the reasons. But go ahead, Keith.
And I'm very fortunate, and you were too, that you had some positive role models in your life. But think about if you didn't have that, and what kind of at-risk behavior you would be inclined to maybe do if you didn't have somebody to tell you what's right and wrong. So we take kids in Central Florida who are at the highest risk for juvenile delinquency, for failing in school, for doing all the wrong things, because they don't have a positive role model in their life. So we find guys like you, maybe, who can pass our rigorous screening process where we do background checks and extensive interviews. I know that because
He's out.
I'm going through it for the third time. I'm going to be a Big Brother for the third time next week.
Wow, great.
It's a great experience. So by the time you pass all these interviews and everything, our wonderful staff knows in their mind, okay, they've interviewed kids too. And obviously you guys, you try to find somebody that likes the outdoors and maybe likes to ride bikes or would like to ride a bike. And so by the time you're done with that process, our terrific staff has somebody in mind. I'm already told that there's two boys that my case manager has in mind for me, and she'll tell me as soon as all my references come back. And so I'm sure that I'll have a good match too with interests that I have, and we'll have a good match. Now we have what we call community-based mentoring, which I've been once before, where you go out in the community, you go and pick up your little brother or little sister, and you take them out for something like a bike ride or go to the zoo or just hang out.
Yeah.
Then we have our school-based mentoring, which I've done before, and this time I'm going to do school-based mentoring as well, where you go to a school usually at lunchtime and you do some homework or play a game. And in my case, when I was a big brother in Los Angeles, I'd go out and after that and shoot baskets. And I always tell people I could dunk it because it was an elementary school basket. At this age, I'm not even sure I can do that.
I still couldn't do it.
Yeah. So that's what we do, and you know, once a kid gets a positive role model, they're less inclined for all the bad things that happen. 100% of our kids that were matched last year graduated and moved up to the next grade. 98% stayed out of trouble, and here we are taking kids that are at the highest risk for that kind of negative behavior, and once we match them with people like maybe the four of us, at least me, I know.
I've got two questions.
Okay.
One, is there a specific age group that these children are in the program? Is it from a particular age to a certain age in teenage years or early 20s? How does that work? 6
is the youngest we take.
Okay.
We don't make a match after about 15 years old.
Okay.
But some of our matches last till they're 18.
Okay.
And then the little graduates from high school, and usually if they've been matched that long, the match will last a lifetime.
And then for the volunteers out there that want to get involved and go through the vigorous vetting process, do they select, I'm good with teenagers, preteens? I mean, how with the pairing system, how does that work? I mean, obviously you'll discuss it with the volunteers as far as who they want to work with, and
yeah, they give you. I just went through this interview 3 days ago, so I'm very familiar with the question. So, do you have an age that you prefer to work with? They asked me. I said, no, it doesn't matter. Do you have interests that you want to make sure the child has? In my case, I said whatever you give me is going to be fine. But to answer your question, yes, we would ask you what you like to do.
Right.
We also we try to match people within a 10-mile radius as well.
Perfect. Sounds great.
Well, let me ask you this. So after you're matched and you get a big brother or, you know, a little brother or little sister, is the time period for a year and you extend it? I mean, how long are you together? So I know you build a bond, so you might look after this person for years, but is it basically based on a year, 2 years? How does that work?
We ask for a minimum of 1 year commitment. Our length of match is 2.5 years, so we're, you know, our bigs are usually on average staying longer than that. But we ask for at least a year. These kids have gone, many of them, through a lot of changes in their life and a lot of trauma, and we don't want another disappointment in their life. So that's one thing that we make sure the volunteer says they're going to be around at least a year, hopefully longer.
Yep.
But a year in these times is about, you know, the most you can ask for.
But they can stay as long as they like with that child.
Yeah. And like I said, a lot of bigs will watch their little graduate from high school. And usually when they're watching that means they've been matched for a long time.
Yeah.
And that relationship will probably last forever.
Before we go to a December event, and I see Jennifer over there on your left, Hank, why don't you tell everybody how they can find you? A phone number, a website, a Facebook page? How can people find you?
Website is bbbscfl.org, and you can go on there.
Is it up there?
It's probably on the screen. I gave it to you before, but it will be later. You can find out there about the bike ride. You can find out about our school-based mentoring and our community-based programs and how to volunteer to do that. So that's all there on the website.
That was BBBS, Big Brother, Big Sister, BBBS.
CFL Central
Florida.com or .org? .org.
Now, just so you know, they cover 5 counties.
That's right.
Okay, I won't name them because I'm not sure of them, but it's a Central Florida one.
Fantastic.
All right. Now, I will say this. I'm pretty sure you're going to pass the test, buddy, so congratulations. That's
We'll see.
I want you to know that I taught school for 19 years.
You did?
Yes, I did. Your program, I've worked with kids that had problems, and big brothers and big sisters came in, and it made a big difference in their life. So if you can give up a little bit of your time, it means a lot to these kids. Because I can remember the first time I had a kid come into class, and I couldn't understand why the kid just couldn't pay any attention. And I used to give out cookies and candy and stuff, and
He only gave out a few. He had the rest.
Right.
but what would happen is I found out that this kid, they couldn't afford their lunches. And then a big brother came in and stepped in, and next thing you know, they're supporting this kid. And what a change. That kid went from really not caring to like, I got to show my big
Right.
brother that I can do this. So it really is important out there.
Right.
So if you get a chance and you got the time, try it.
Yeah.
You'll really enjoy the program.
And let me throw this out there. If you can't volunteer, if your time, if your personal and professional life doesn't allow you enough time to volunteer, I'm sure you guys take donations also.
Absolutely.
So there you go. So you can still help out. If you can't give of your time, you can always donate. And you know what's amazing? When you donate money, it doesn't matter what dollar amount that's given. Every dollar goes a long way if we can multiply that, okay?
Yep.
So again, consider donating to Big Brothers Big Sister of Central Florida, and also look into the volunteer program.
And of course, there is a very important way you can help. Everybody that's watching this rides bikes, and that's what this is all about. It's $25 to be a rider, $15 to be a passenger. And everybody who goes on our website and registers will get this very cool coin.
Challenge coin.
That
It's
is
a
cool.
very cool coin. I have a couple on my desk that I'm always fiddling with. It's a great
There
coin.
you go.
So go on our website and register, and you'll get one of these coins.
And that's November the 6th?
November 17th.
17th.
Okay,
Come on now, don't
the
be-
November 17th, that's the weekend after Veterans Day. It's at Orlando Harley-Davidson East on 192 in Kissimmee.
South.
I'm sorry, South. I'm all over
Can I
the
help
place.
you out?
Yeah,
You're
why don't you guys take it
Okay,
over?
but before you get too much screwed up, because I watched you outside, talking about donations, I got a donation for you coming from Big Brother, Big Sister Jennifer.
Really?
Come on in over here a minute. Yeah, stand by me, Jennifer. Don't get by those guys. I gotta tell you, this is like heaven. All right, Jennifer, what do you have here?
First of all, Jennifer is one of our terrific
She's gonna be my big
program
sister.
person. She makes all the matches, and you should see the joy on her face when she
I love
sees
it.
two people come together, match for the first time. It's wonderful to watch on the kid's face and her face when she's so
I
happy
did
to
a
make
nice
it.
job there. Don't tell him that.
We won't say anything.
So let me just pull one out. All right, Rick, you got something coming up on December 8th through the 12th.
Right, December 8th through the 12th, my nonprofit, United States Motorcycle Charities, is sponsoring the Patriot Guard Riders, who in turn are sponsoring the Snowball Express, which is part of the Gary Sinise Foundation. For those of you who don't know who Gary Sinise is, he is Lieutenant Dan in the movie Forrest Gump, the actor. And his foundation they're bringing in 800 Gold Star children. And those of you who aren't familiar with the term Gold Star, it means that they lost a parent in war. And these children have lost a parent in the wars of Iraq and Afghanistan. So 800 Gold Star children, a total of 1,800 Gold Star family members are being brought into Orlando, in the happiest place on earth,
There it is.
Disney World, December 8th to 12th. I'm not going to give out details on hotel and stuff. We want to kind of keep that private. But so we're providing through the Patriot Guard Riders all 800 kids a cut, and that's motorcycle term for a leather vest. And these children will receive their cuts, and we've been receiving donations for patches because the children will select their patches. We'll have 25 seamstresses there throughout the 4-day event, and they're going to sew on all these patches onto the cuts. So apparently you guys heard about what's going on, and
How great is that?
are you donating all these patches to
We are
the Snowball
donating them.
Express?
Absolutely.
Well, I'll
Such
tell you
a
what,
great cause.
Snowball Express, Patriot Guard Riders, this is the Big Brothers and Big Sisters. They're donating a tremendous amount of patches. It's got the actual motorcycle rider on there with their logo. We greatly appreciate that. The children will love it. And I believe you guys are going to be there as well, aren't you?
We are going to be there. This event evidently started in Texas a few
Correct.
years ago, and I got a call a month or so ago from the CEO in Texas who said, it's moving to Orlando, would you guys be involved? Because they were involved every year where they're trying to recruit Big Brothers and Big Sisters to help the kids who've lost a parent.
Right.
So we're going to be there, and so is our national office. They're coming over from Tampa to try to recruit Bigs.
And well, I'll be
How
there all
cool
4
is
days,
that?
so we'll be definitely rubbing shoulders
Yep.
and hanging
Thank
out.
you.
We're going to be providing a motorcycle escort and security and other things, but we greatly appreciate this. And again, a shout out to the Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Central Florida, November the 17th, Harley-Davidson South on
There we
192
go.
in Kissimmee. What time does that start? Registration's at what time?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
2.
8, okay,
8 to
Glad she was
fantastic.
here. I didn't know the
Yes.
answer to that.
Fantastic. All righty.
Now,
Thank you. Whoops.
Thank you.
No, I guess
no.
he never stops talking, so I didn't know.
Yeah, first of all, this is great. So everybody jump on the bandwagon and let's get this thing going. All right? They're going to share this program so you can go up to their website and see what's going on. And when they give the link, I'll put it up a little bit later. And then by just the week of November 17th, I will push this on our website. And any other information that
Thank
you
you.
have for us, we'll do it.
Thanks.
Now I want you two to do me a favor, okay? And it's an easy one. I want you to lead us into the next segment. And the next segment is called this right here, okay? So I want you to point at that camera, either one of them, it don't matter. You can point at any one because I don't know which one's on. And you'd say, bring this on. What's that say?
Whiny wench.
Bring it on.
Hey Facebook friends, this is Rick Sarmiento with the United States Motorcycle Corps Charities. We are out here at the Whiny Wench in Oviedo at the Oviedo Mall, where Denise is putting on a charity event, a fundraising event for paint. It's called Paint for Cuts. We are sponsoring the Snowball Express and the Patriot Guard Riders. The Snowball Express is part of the Gary Sinise Foundation. They are bringing in 800 Gold Star children and about 1,800 total Gold Star family members to Orlando, Florida to be part of a 4-day vacation at Disney World. And being that we are sponsoring the Patriot Guard Riders, we are providing all 800 children with cuts. That's terminology for leather vest for the biker community. And we are also going to be providing them with a bunch of different patches. But I'm going to walk in here, show you what's going on here. Tonight's event, I think is almost sold out, but this is the Whiny Wench. As you walk in, as you can see, it's a very unique store. You can see people are just here. They sell wine and all different types of accessories. They've even got a little bar here, which is pretty awesome. I think I'm going to sit here and have a couple of drinks while everybody's painting later on this evening. And the Whiny Wench is donating 40% of the funds back to United States Motorcycle Charities. There's the actual t-shirt that's being provided by Sony Pictures. They were provided to Navy Mary Mom. Hey Denise.
Hello.
I know you're kind of busy, but can you share a little bit about your business here?
Oh my gosh, we have so much fun here. We do a little drinking, we do a little painting, we do a little dancing, maybe a little singing.
Oh, I gotta come here more often then.
Yeah, we have a great time. It's all about the fun. There's no wrong way to do art.
We need to have a singles night.
We do.
Oh, I gotta sign up for that.
We do. We should.
Wonderful. Well, we're excited. We greatly appreciate you sponsoring United States Motorcycle Charities.
Awesome.
We're sponsoring the Snowball Express and 800 Gold Star children that are coming
Awesome.
here this
I
December.
love it.
So thank you very much.
I love
I think we've got a star here. A little birdie told me that you paint at home. Is that true?
I only paint very little.
Okay. Well, we'll see throughout the night how you're painting. You've got to paint that better than Dad. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll be the judge on that one. Okay. The event starts at 6:30, and what I'm being told is I believe there's 35 signed up. I think the sellout was 40, so it's going to be a great turnout tonight.
This is where I'm going to do a lot of ish. This is where the whole ish thing is going to go on, okay? Right about here. Ish.
So they're doing the hand of Michael Jackson, as you can see up there. See his hand? That's what they're painting right there.
Please help your parents out because adults don't paint very well.
You're doing a great job.
They need to know they're doing a good job.
That's a professional looking hand over there. Looking good, guys and gals.
Jay's a lefty also. Where are my lefties?
Sorry about that.
See, that wasn't so hard, right?
No, it was not. We do have a saying. You got a saying. You drink until he's cute. It works the same way for your penis. All right. We're only taking 2 bottles.
Oh. Only 2 bottles, huh? Thank you.
All right, you ready for this? Ready for this? All right, in a happy place? Happy place? All right, right about here, we're going to start the top of the hat. And to me, the top of the hat looks like a rounded triangle, yes? Yeah. Like a big skull.
Product from a white canvas to a masterpiece. This is pretty cool how they do this.
Happy place? So now what we have is a light, a medium, and black.
A big thanks to Denise from the Whiny Winch and to Rick Sarmiento from the United States Motorcycle Corps Charity, Inc. He's always out there trying to help people. Keep up the good work, Rick.
All right, so the Whiny Wench. A lot of people are like, you said what? Well, that's the name of it, the Whiny Wench, right?
And let me tell
and it
you,
wasn't like whiny, it was like wine.
Right, Whiny Wench.
they held a thing here about a year ago with
Exactly.
the paddlers there. Who were they?
Now you just threw me
Warriors on Water. And they were upstairs, and that's the first time I met them. But their store is amazing.
Yeah, this is the Whiny Wench in Oviedo at the Oviedo Mall.
Yeah.
And Denise, the owner there, what she did was she actually joined us for or she heard about us when we did our Snowball Express loop run out at Space Coast Harley Davidson. That was our initial poker run for the Snowball Express.
Yeah.
And she heard about us through Navy Mom Mary. Everybody knows Navy Mom Mary.
Yeah, everybody knows Navy.
And so she agreed to sponsor United States Motorcycle Court Charities, and 40% of what she generated from the registration fees, they had a painting event, and it was painting a Michael Jackson portrait.
Yep.
And it provided all the supplies, the canvas, the paint, the supplies, complimentary wine, complimentary dessert. I mean, Mission Barbecue, my favorite, Leanne actually brought in, she fed everybody. It was about 40, 45 people. She brought in the food from Mission Barbecue Oviedo, and we actually raised $419 that evening.
That's great.
And that check should be in my P.O. box by tomorrow. I'll make that deposit, and what we do is 100% of what we receive goes back out, so we in turn will cut a check out to the Patriot card riders for the $419, and that's going to go ahead and go towards purchasing the leather cuts for the children.
All right, I want
That's
to challenge
fantastic.
now. I watched that. I was impressed. I want to do a Psycho Fever. I want Crazy John to be, what do you think? A nude Crazy John?
Oh my God!
What?
I'm only kidding.
No, yeah.
With what, you feeding them grapes?
Yeah. No, we're not going to go there.
But
We're trying to raise money, not scare people off.
But I'll tell you
I
what.
would love to set up something like that with Psycho Fever and get as many people. Now I know that
Out at
it's
her
the first
location.
40. Right.
It's 45 people, and
45
I think we had 38, so it was almost a sellout.
Wow, yeah.
Okay.
It's a great event, and they've got hundreds of different types of portraits you can do. So again, to Denise, the Whiny Wench Oviedo, look them up on Facebook. Again, it's the Whiny Wench Oviedo at the Oviedo Mall. I think last Friday they had like a special. It was a panda bear for only $20. $20. But I believe there was someone that kind of caught your eye over there.
I can't believe that you went out with this.
Well, here's the funny thing.
Yeah, okay, I wanna hear this.
And we're gonna go real quick because I know we're running long. We've got some other guests, but my ex-girlfriend's mother had showed up there, and so obviously she's on the video. And while Hank is doing the editing, he's like, wow, who's this woman? She seems kind of attractive.
No,
And
let's
sure-
be
and-
truthful.
and-
You
and-
went over there and said, I want you to meet my ex-girlfriend's mother.
Right. Well, this is Kay. And so Kay.
She looks so young, I would have thought you went out with her.
Well, Kay, maybe you and I should go out. I don't know. I mean, we are supposed to play golf, but I digress. Let's get focused, and who's our next guest?
Well, listen, the Whiny Wench, that was a great event and you raised money, so thank you. Thank you, Whiny
Denise,
Wench.
$419.
Appreciate that. Leanne, thank you for the food. That was
Everybody
awesome as well.
yeah.
Yep.
And she's always donating something too, right?
Oh, and I forgot.
That barbecue is great.
I got to thank Sony Pictures because everybody received a free Michael
yeah,
Jackson
saw that.
T-shirt.
Yep.
Wow.
So on top of painting, Sony Pictures provided a Michael Jackson T-shirt that was provided to everyone that signed up for that evening.
Matter of fact, if you watch tonight's show, you'll know I
You'll
said
see-
that.
yeah.
And
Awesome.
you'll see Crazy John do the moonwalk for us a little bit later.
Yeah.
All right, well, with that, we're going to head into...
You want to do the USO ride?
I think we should do the USO ride.
Okay, let's throw it to the USO
All
ride.
right, Lexa. right, well, here we are. Listen, guys. How about some great footage there, part one. Part one. So we're here with Mike Blanchette, he's the one that got our TriCaster working on both Facebook and YouTube. He gave it a good shot like that.
I gotta come back every other week.
That's the technique.
And then we got Crystal Bracero.
You got it.
I did all right. See there? Not gonna lie, I had to ask her again because I get it wrong every time. So we were all out there, right? We had a great time.
Yes.
First of all, what run was this?
It was the 14th annual USO Ride.
14th annual USO Ride. And how many times has it been out of Harley-Davidson South?
7, so about half.
7 years. That's unbelievable. Well, first of all, before we even talk about anything, I just want to give both of them kudos because it was a fantastic job. It went out without a hitch. All right?
It did.
Little flag situation there, but we got it under control. But it was just beautiful. It's always a great escorted ride. There's always a ton of again, people just opening up their hearts and being a part of this, and it's such a great thing. And we'll talk about the USO Ride, and then I'm going to go back to you because you do a ton of things over there.
Yeah, I do.
A ton of things. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. But what we're going to start out with, Michael, how many riders do we have?
It's 392 riders, but 500 registered.
Wow.
So
that's awesome.
So when we first ended the ride, we thought we raised $20,000, and then about 4 or 5 days later, all of a sudden we received a check in the mail for another 10 grand. So we raised $30,000.
$30,000, riders. Great job. Fantastic.
All because of you.
So that's and you and you guys. That's fantastic. So and we're going to take all that money and put gift baskets, gift boxes together and send them out to the troops. How cool is that?
It'd be cool because they're going to receive them right around Christmas time.
It don't get better than that.
No, get a little something from home for Christmas.
Yeah, that is awesome.
And then we had the special guest.
Special guest was Trooper Steve.
And Trooper Steve, and we have an interview with him. He was actually talking about how, because he was in the military.
He served in the Air Force.
And he was in the Air Force, and how when he saw the USO sign, it gives me goosebumps, how it made him feel. Because he said he saw that, and it gave him a taste of home. He knew he was going to get something, and just the logo. He was talking just about the logo and how much that meant just to see the logo.
He actually got a package that said Osceola County, and that's where he's
from.
So it's close to home.
Yeah.
So he knew people from home were looking out for him. So that pretty much gave him the best feeling ever.
When he was talking about it, he did a great job, and so it was very exciting. And you were saying we're already gearing up for next year.
We've already scheduled the ride date, everything, which is September 21st, 2019.
So it'll be the 15th and the 8th. So the 15th year of this and the 8th year with you guys, I'm sure, right? Are doing it?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
We're keeping this partnership.
Fantastic. It's a great.
Let me go.
No. We had such a great time working together.
You guys really do a great job. It
So
really
now
is.
everybody that was there this year needs to bring a friend.
Yes.
And let's double it.
Yes, we want to double the riders.
Right? That'd be awesome.
Danny will kill me, but we want to double the riders.
There you go.
And not only that, okay, so not only just you guys, all right, and I'm going to put you on the spot here, but we had it catered, we had the food. I mean, the food was fantastic. They did a great job. We had, was it the police, I want to say.
The escort?
The escort, well, I knew the escort was Osceola County. Danny, great job. They're always out there.
Love you guys.
But what is it? The kids that work with the officers.
Explorers.
The Explorers. I saw them out there, and they're doing a great job and helping everybody and doing everything right. So that's really cool to see them out there. Who else did we have out there that I'm missing? I know besides the donuts, the dad follows around.
We had Untitled Chapter came out and helped work the raffle booth.
Yep.
And they were our VIP ride.
Yeah.
We put them up front. So right behind Trooper Steve. Trooper Steve was the VIP rider, along with Goose's cameraman. So they'll be back next year. They already signed on for next year.
Yep, and Rick was out there on the ride. He had a great time, so he got some great footage. So we're really looking forward to it. We look forward to it every year. Again, it's such a great cause. So thank you both for, it's unbelievable. So we appreciate it, and it's just great, and what you guys give back, especially for the USO. And this was actually for the USO Jacksonville? Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Now, is it different USO every year?
No.
Different organization? Always Jacksonville?
It's always been USO Jacksonville.
Okay.
USO Jacksonville was always
I
here
wasn't
first.
sure about that.
And then a couple other USOs came on board in Central Florida area, but the territory and the ride was always started under USO Jacksonville. Okay, and it was always before it was
Jason
under USO Benefit Ride, Jason Burnett Moore Ride. But then the Burnett's pulled out and retired.
Yeah. They've been traveling around in an RV, right? I think they're pretty out much doing their thing.
They actually came to support us last year, but they're retired now, and they've moved out of state, and so we still see folks that came to support from year one still attending to this day.
Still coming in. That's awesome.
It's great when you sit there and you see the ride from past, and you see people that show up wearing, we saw somebody wearing one from the 7th annual.
Yeah.
And the ride's been going for 7 years at Orlando Harley Sound.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
that's vintage.
It is. That's great. That's fantastic. So you got to be happy with it. It went well. So and thank everybody. And again, bikers, thank you very much. And we'll hopefully see you all next year.
Yes, sir.
And then I'm going to go right from that. I'm going to segue over here to this beautiful young lady.
Thank you.
And she has a plethora of rides. We've got rides going on all the time, right?
Multiple rides.
So you've got, not only were we talking about Keith, and they're doing that right out of your location, right?
Yep, at the same location south. It's going to be hosted, escorted by Danny and the group, all our motor units out in Osceola County. We love them for all that they do for us. So I'm going to be doing a November ride with Big Brothers Big Sisters. I'll be doing another November ride with the Buffalo Soldiers.
They do a lot of stuff.
Yes.
They're very good too.
Yeah, this one's the ride for education. It'll be a scholarship fund that they give away every year. So that's going to be November 4th. And then this weekend alone, I have a couple of events going on. I'm wearing the shirt for the Ride to Fight Suicide. Yeah, Terry and Wayne have been
they were out here on the show.
Yes,
they were out here.
show.
So if you can get out there this weekend.
Now that one's at the East Orlando Harley, not to be confused with the other ones because I have a few.
I know, you got a lot of them out there.
So that one's on Lake Underhill Road. The ride's going to start there and it's going to end there. And again, my hog group is going to be there. They're actually going to help us escort the ride on the east side of town. Hank's got a great ride planned out that's about a little bit over an hour, and it's going to return to the shop. We'll have music. We'll have a lot going on. The American Foundation for Suicide Prevention is going to be there with lots of information that we're going to be able to share of how the money that you provide to participate in this ride is going to help save lives. So we'd love to have you out.
It is great. Now, I don't have my notes on me because they were on the show and they were talking to us. What time's registration? Do you know?
Yes, we're going to start registration at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
And then we're going to start our safety meeting outside at 10. So you got about an hour to register. You can actually register online right now too. The best thing for me to tell you, because I don't have my notes in front of me either, is to go to the Orlando Harley-Davidson website, orlandoharley.com, or our Facebook page, and look for the Ride to Fight Suicide this Saturday. We'll have a link on both that allows you to link into the pre-registration, which is still open. You can get a patch if you're one of the first, I think 200.
I think it was 200.
150. I'm not sure, but we still have some
we'll do it till the patches run out.
Exactly.
and then, so I think kickstands are probably up, what, about
just after
11?
10, yeah. Just after 10, so be ready
so right
for
after,
the safety minute.
As soon as the
meeting
safety meetings, and that's usually about 15, 20 minutes, and then get ready to head out.
Yep.
And I'm going to actually backtrack real quick. So they can go to your Orlando Harley-Davidson website and see all the rides that you guys have coming on everywhere. So you can go on there and check all the time just to see where all the rides and events are.
I have one tomorrow night. I have one Saturday.
There you go.
And we love our motorcycle community. So again, like you were saying before, if you can't be there in person for whatever reason, maybe you're working, maybe you have something else scheduled, you can still donate, or you can still look at other rides that are coming up to see if you can come and help us out with our missions to support our community. So.
All right, well, there you go. So listen, you heard it. You can find them all there. You got Crystal. You got Mike. Mike, by the way, thanks for not making fun of me about my turtle turtle incident?
I kicked turtles. That's what y'all
Is that what it? Yeah, is that what it is? Because that turtle, I'm telling you, he was quick. He tried to take me out of my Valkyrie.
Oh, wow.
So, Crystal, what I'm going to have you do is we're going to shoot right to that. So if you just tell Lexa to shoot to the commercial.
All right, Lexa, shoot to the commercial.
The Ace is simply the most famous motor diner on the planet. Born in 1938 in London, England, it was notorious as a place for teenage rockers to hang out on motorbikes. Here in Orlando today, this is the first Ace Cafe in the USA. We're a restaurant, a bar, a concert hall, a place to shop. Basically, we're a gathering place for anybody who likes bikes, cars, and rock and roll.
When builders around this area need landscaping, they turn to Tough Turf Incorporated. Why? Because Tough Turf has been providing landscaping, irrigation, lawn maintenance, and lighting to residential and commercial builders and even homeowners associations for more than 20 years. As a family-owned business, we take great pride in making sure our employees approach each and every job with an exceptional level of experience, quality, and integrity. Tough Turf. When it comes to landscaping, nobody's tougher.
Seminole Power Sports. Number 1 in fast fun. Seminole Power Sports.
There's a whole lot of opportunity out there, and as the owner of your own business, that's what you need to be focusing on. Not payroll, hiring, and compliance. That's what we do. We're USA Payroll, and we started our business in 1994. So we've been there. We understand the growing pains and the not enough hours in the day that come with owning a business. So let us provide you with another opportunity. Help. We're USA Payroll, keeping your business in check.
All right, so how was that? Was that a commercial or what?
Yeah, that was great. Before we do anything, John, can you do me a favor?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Rick.
Yes.
Let me see your hand.
No
There you
way.
go. There you go, Rick. There you go. Put it on for this segment. Come on.
Are you kidding me?
You got it.
This thing won't fit me.
Oh, it'll fit you.
Nah, I'll put it on for the next segment.
No,
because look, I'm standing next to a really manly guy.
Hey,
okay? I mean, this guy's a badass.
Real men can wear pink.
Okay,
That's it. Come on, man.
Real men wear pink.
Man.
Actually, October, next month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I'll wear it every time, the 2 nights that we film. That's what we'll do.
You a black one.
That's what we do. All right, but here's where we're at. You know, we've had some great guests so far. We've had the Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Central Florida. We've had the USO.
Yep, Mike and Crystal.
Raise money for care packages that are being sent out to our deployed troops. We had the Whiny Wench who supported United States Motorcycle Court Charities and the Snowball Express. Well, I've got a special guest here next to me. His name is Hollywood. That's his road name.
That's it.
Okay, and he is with the Shadow Warrior Riders Motorcycle Club. So Hollywood,
it's a little bit of a tongue tie, tongue twister, right?
You know what? He did pretty good after
really
a few
well.
drinks too. I'm not gonna lie.
It's written down on about 4 pieces of paper.
Exactly.
I mean, don't give it away.
I don't have a
It's all in the memory. It's all in the memory. Cue card. That's what it is.
Teleprompter.
Hollywood, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about who you are and about your organization, then I'll ask you some questions.
Well, certainly. The Shadow Warrior Riders Motorcycle Club was established to help keep in the limelight and in the memory the events that transpired in Benghazi, Libya on 2012.
Oh, wow.
There was the horrific attacks over there on 9/11, 9/12, started 9/11 and carried on into 9/12. Wow. We work closely with the Benghazi survivors, with John Tegan, who's Tig, Dave Boone Benetton. You might remember some of these guys from the movie, you know, and of course,
13 Hours.
And of course,
Tonto. Tonto Peranto, yeah. So what we do is if these guys got something going on, they need help promoting something, we do it for them. We also have our own internal mission that we do. Now, we are a motorcycle club comprised of security contractors, veterans, active duty military, public servants. When I say public servants, I mean people that are nurses, doctors, lawyers, judges. Speaking of judges, did you watch the thing with Kavanaugh?
Confirm Kavanaugh.
Yeah. Anyway, I regress. I'm sorry about that. We're not on Fox News,
Exactly.
right? Right. Okay. So we also have Gold Star family members, which is something we just started accepting membership from, because when you talk about the sacrifice that public servants made, that our brothers in Benghazi made, we lost 2 of our brothers over there. That's sacrifice. But the family members that are Gold Star family members, these are people that lost their husbands, their wives, their daughters, their sons. That's an ultimate sacrifice. So as an organization, we looked at that and we said, you know what, let's start accepting membership applications from those. So we're going to say that we're a non-discriminatory motorcycle club, meaning we're not a Harley riding only motorcycle club. We just want you to have a motorcycle that's at least 500 cc's or larger, because you're going to be unable to keep up with us, I like right? that, yeah, you're going to be unable to keep up with us when we go on a ride. So a 500 cc or larger, and anything worth having, you're just not going to get handed to you. So we do have a phase that people have to go through. We got a prospect phase, and that'd be someone like yourself. Yeah. You see us around, you go, hey, I want to know more about your organization. So you come out, you make 2 rides with us, you make 2 meetings with us, and then we ask you, what'd you think? You're going to say, yeah, that's a great bunch of guys, or you know what, I don't know, I don't want to, it's not for me. If you decide it's for you, then we enter you into a probate phase. So you start wearing the patches of the club, and you start working for that center patch, which is our Templar cross and Masonic skull, which is on the back of our vest.
Turn around, show everybody real quick.
Sure, I can do that.
Got that?
So it's it's an 8-pointed Templar cross, and each point of a Templar cross means something, some significance. And our guys that are up and coming and wanting to become members, they have to learn what that means. There's history that they have to learn. So that's all part of the probationary phase, and getting out and riding and meeting. Everybody that becomes a member of our club, which makes our motorcycle club so different, is that you are actually coming on board knowing that you are a fundraiser. You are here to make a difference in the community that we live and we work in. So if we have a veteran, if we have a Gold Star family member, if one of our brothers from Benghazi needs something to help promote their events, we get together and we help do fundraising to support those events. Earlier this year, on May 4th and 5th, we actually did our first national fundraiser as the Shadow Warrior Riders MC, and that was held at Destination Daytona. Up at the Bruce Rossmeyer. It was a 2-day event. We had a VIP night where we did a private screening of the movie 13 Hours, and then we had some security contractors on hand that talked about what it's like to be in those situations and the problems that they face when they come back, because these guys aren't afforded what we would consider workman's comp. Right. As a military guy, when I'm out there and I'm downrange, I know I can get on the horn and I can call in an airstrike, I can call in support. But these security contractors, they aren't afforded that same, right? So they do need our help from time to time. Anyway, May 4th and 5th, we did this event, and we are actually raising funds for an organization out of Minnesota. They're called Dog Tag Furniture.
Yeah, they're awesome.
And you're thinking, what is Dog Tag Furniture? Well, I didn't know what it was at first either, but they make these beautiful customized wooden flags out of scrap wood, right? And the way the story came about is Troy Walker, who's the CEO of the corporation, his battle buddy, he called to talk with him. And the wife answered the phone and says, hey, let me talk with, and he doesn't mention his name. I think it's a little too close to the heart. His wife said, well, he committed suicide last night. And he says, my God, that's awful. Well, when's the funeral going to be? She says, there's not going to be one because we can't afford it. And he says, well, wait a minute. He's a vet. The VA should help pay for this. Yeah. Well, come to find out that the VA only pays a maximum benefit of up to $300.
Good God almighty.
So you could get 100, you could get 75, you could get...
so the max is 300?
Yeah.
Wow.
So Troy went to work and he makes these flags. He was on the Hannity show, he was on Fox News talking about this, promoting it. So to date, I think they've done 300 burials for military family members, selling these flags at an average cost of only $125 a piece. And I think the average funeral costs about $3,000. Right. So we got together, we did this 2-day event, we gave away a brand new
to Harley Davidson Motorcycle. We raised some good funds for him, and hopefully that money that we raised will go to make more flags that can bring in more money, right?
Now, when you say you're a motorcycle club, I want to clarify this for our viewers.
Yeah.
You're not you are a motorcycle club, but you're also a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Am I correct?
We are a nonprofit organization, meaning that when you say that nonprofit, people kind of go, well, what exactly does that mean? And you guys know very well that when you're doing fundraising, it takes money to raise money.
Right.
So what we try to do to help mitigate some of that cost associated is that we sell sponsorship packages. We put together a really nice event t-shirt every year, and we sell sponsorships of various degrees of monetary value. And we give them placement on the sleeve or on the back of the shirt or what have you, and that helps us defray some of that cost. Then we work with some fantastic people that are very giving. The shirt that I got on right now, this is a Ryan Weaver original, right? Ryan Weaver is a Nashville country recording artist. He's actually a Gold Star family member as well.
Oh, wow.
Now Ryan's story, you've heard of Ryan?
I met him.
Oh, you met? Yes, you did.
Yeah, I met him.
You did meet him. Yeah,
I got his music.
You got his music. Let me tell you something. He was approached by the Benghazi guys to say, hey, we want you to do a song for the movie 13 Hours that's coming out.
Wow.
And when Ryan tells the story, he says, you know, nothing moves fast in Nashville, he says. Sorry, I do a bad imitation of you, Ryan. But nothing does move fast in the music or film industry, right? So the movie was already in the can when it came time, you know, and they went to work and he did a music video. And the music video he did was called Burn. It's America's New Fight song.
I know that.
So all you out there right now, get on to YouTube and download and look at Burn by Ryan Weaver.
Yep.
Now the Benghazi guys are in there. You know, you got Chris, you got Tig out there. They're on the firing line. They're firing it up. Got some great weapons out there. It is an awesome song. So Ryan's been with us. He's performed with us. Another guy who comes out and performs with us is a gentleman by the name of Adam Martin, who is also a veteran and a former sheriff. He performs with a group called Blackbird Anthem. Great music, writes all his own stuff. Big supporter in the veteran community, so we're very pleased to be partnered with some great individuals.
Now I understand that you had, as far as membership and prospects, but you have memberships that you're opening up to Gold Star family members and to other individuals who want to be a part of your motorcycle club and also part of your nonprofit. But I believe that you have an event that's coming up October the 6th here at Ace Cafe.
Yes, we do.
Why don't you share a little bit about that event and why you're doing it? It's kind of heartbreaking.
It is. It is really heartbreaking. We went to an event up in Lakeland that Adam Martin was at, and there was a veterans organization there, TVO, Today's Veterans Organization. Met with these guys. There was a couple there by the name of Joe and Crystal, and we talked with them throughout the night. Great group, great organization, does a lot of good for our veterans. They're also a 501c3. Well, Crystal and Joe took a liking to our club. We hung out with them a couple of times. Labor Day weekend, we had a nice meeting. Dave Boone, you know, was at our meeting, sat in on. Everybody had a great time chatting with him. I get a call from Adam on Monday. And he says, hey, you remember these people? I said, of course, we were just hanging out with them on Saturday. Unfortunately, mental demons, you know, come in. And in the military, we talk about, you know, there's a 22 epidemic, and 22 veterans commit suicide a day. And it's really sad. Now, Crystal herself was not a veteran, but she was very, very involved with Today's Veterans Organization, and she loved it, and she was so looking forward to becoming a member of our organization. Her husband is an Army veteran, so he was actually working towards his membership as well. Joe didn't really have the money to afford a funeral, so the Shadow Warrior Rider stepped up and we started a GoFundMe. We've got the cremation paid for and the service paid for. We are doing here, as you mentioned, on the 6th of December, a little function of October. I'm sorry, what did I say? September? Yeah. December? Yeah. That's October, guys. I'm sorry. October 6th.
In 2 weeks.
Saturday, October 6th at this very location from 6 to 8 p.m. It's going to be at Adam Martin's going to be here doing acoustical performance. We're going to have bar service. We're going to have some hors d'oeuvres, and we're doing a silent auction. Let me tell you some of the things we got for silent auction. Ryan Weaver, shirt here. Ryan Weaver's sending some CDs. He's sending some shirts for the silent auction. We've got from Battle Line Tactical, which is the shooting school that Chris and Boone run. A 2-day gift certificate.
Oh, I'm going to be bidding on that one.
Let me tell you, man, and be able to get there and train with these guys. I mean, watch the movie 13 Hours. You know, Boone says, you know, I think Boone's the holder of Tonto's leash, they say in the movie. So, thank you guys so very much for donating that. We also have things like a autographed Clapton guitar, an autographed guitar from the Rolling Stones. We've got some great stuff, man. So if you can make it by Ace Cafe Saturday the 6th from 6 to 8 p.m., stop in, say hello, pay your respects. It's going to be a celebration of life, and we're going to try to raise some more money. Now, one thing I got to point out, very important, the monies that we're raising for this was being raised specifically to help with the service and the cremation of Crystal. There's going to be some funds left over. We're going to make that donation under Crystal's name to today's Veterans Organization. So her name will go and help more people through that organization.
Now, for those who are watching and viewing and are not in Central Florida and cannot attend the event, do you know the GoFundMe page account, or do they log on to your Facebook page or website? Where is that link? Where can they find that link to make a donation?
Great. Thanks for bringing that up. Sure. You know, you miss stuff when you're on here talking, especially when you're live, right? So, yeah, you can get onto the Shadow Warrior Riders website, which is www.shadowwarriormc.com. We'll have a link on there for you. And also, we have a Facebook page, which is Shadow Warrior Riders MC LLC. We are a LLC. We are incorporated. So you can get onto that page. It is a public page, but you got to request membership. So you get on there. It has all the events we have going all over the United States, because we're not just in Florida. We're national. We're everywhere.
Now look, this guy's a veteran, number one, and I don't want to expose too much, but he's also an air marshal. Am I correct?
What, you've done exposed too much? Boom! Anybody was wondering?
Well, you're not?
Well, I am. Yeah, it's funny. We were walking around talking earlier, and when I got out of military service, I worked with a small little police department out in California called LAPD.
A
small little department.
That little one.
It was a little one. Anyway, you know, you just reach a point in your life where the military, the sub-military, paramilitary stuff, I just had enough of it. Well, Harley-Davidson had always been a big part of my life. So they have Motorcycle Mechanics Institute, and there's 2 campuses they had when I came through. One was in Phoenix, Arizona, one was in Orlando, Florida. Well, I spent time at Fort Huachuca, Arizona while in the military. I did not want to go back. Didn't want to go back. A little too hot for me. So I moved down here to Florida. I attended the Motorcycle Mechanics Institute, which led to working in Harley-Davidson for a few years. I was recruited away, worked for Indian Motorcycles, which was out in Gilroy, California. We call those the Garlic Indians, right? I ride an Indian now, which is now made by Polaris. I absolutely love the bike. In fact, I see Indian Motorcycle Orlando is out front, one of your sponsors, so it's awesome. Anyway, I was in my house in Tampa, Florida, ready to go conduct a training seminar in Dallas, Texas on 9/11 when I heard about the plane hitting. And of course, you're listening to the news and you're thinking, wow, it was like a Cessna or something, right? So like many of us, we walk into the next room, you put the TV on, and then you see that second plane hitting. And at that time, you know, Indian calls me and goes, we're obviously not flying today, so just stay put. I had an AOL.
So I still do.
Dial-up. Dial-up, right? So as I'm waiting for my AOL mail account to go up, the AOL used to have these floating advertisements that would go around, and it said something about the president wanting to ramp up the Federal Air Marshal service. So I waited for it to come back around. I clicked it, and literally like 6 days after clicking on it, I was out, did an interview, had a job offer, and I've been doing that now for 16 and a half years. It's one of those things where people don't know you're there. We're an expensive insurance policy for the traveling public. I'm proud to do it. I wouldn't change it.
You're there.
We're there to promote, you know, safety and security for the traveling public.
I'll tell you what's amazing is to meet veterans and people like you who have a big heart, but also provide security for our country.
Yeah.
It's an honor, and I've known you for a while, not too long, but
long enough.
It's an honor to know you and be a part of you and hang out with you. And we're going to do some events, and we're going to do an Operation Mickey Mouse 2 that we're going to be promoting pretty soon. It's a Gold Star Mother
with Cody.
With Cody.
Yeah.
Right. Cody up in the Panhandle.
Up in the Panhandle.
Right.
Yeah.
We're going to do an Operation Mickey Mouse 2, the Shadow Warrior Riders MC Club and United States Motorcycle Charities. We're going to bring her out here December the 26th for a vacation at Disney World with her daughter. Her husband died in Afghanistan in 2009.
Her husband was an EOD specialist. That's explosive ordnance disposal. These are the guys that go out and disassemble the bombs. Very dangerous. He unfortunately was KIA, and I've spoken with Cody. Cody is going to probably be our very first Gold Star rider with the Shadow Warriors. She actually rides her own Harley. She's a great, strong woman. Looking forward to working with you on that.
Very cool.
So yeah, that'd be great. Cool. And I just want to say before we forget I want to thank you guys so much for allowing us to come on and talk about this.
Thank you.
Cycle Fever TV, it's awesome. Enjoy it. Thank you so much.
Well, let me just say one thing, because I know you guys do a lot. And you and I talked about this a little bit before.
Yeah.
Each group has their own website and their own group. We want to start something called the Cycle Fever Family. Mm-hmm. And it's all motorcycle groups.
Yeah.
So we want you to be the first group to join it.
I'd be happy to. And here's the thing I'm going to say about motorcycle clubs, motorcycle groups, because like you've mentioned, you got your MCs, your typical three-piece patch, your motorcycle clubs, and you got your riding groups, and you got your independent riders and everything. To me, it really doesn't matter. Right. They talk about outlaw bikers, and today that's taken on a little different tone in society. I mean, back in the 60s, when you were an outlaw biker, you were a guy that was just against the grain. Right. You were against the AMA, the American Motorcycle Association. That was just guys getting together, maybe some veterans to put together a club and they're blowing off steam. It's all about respect. Right. It's all about respect for the two wheels. It's respect for the patch that you wear on your back. And you give respect, you get respect. And there's a lot of guys out there that ride with the 1%er motorcycle clubs that are honorable stand-up guys. They're veterans, they want to get involved, they want to do stuff as well, and it's just that respect given, respect received. Right. So it's a great idea, get together and
so we post everybody's stuff up and everybody can go up and see it.
And that's what I say, you get what you give.
You get what you give.
Respect you give is respect you receive.
Now these guys ride also, but they both ride also.
That's it.
I don't ride also, I ride a Triumph.
And I drive.
What's an also?
An also. That's under 500 cc.
Oh, it's under 500 cc. Yeah.
So you won't have to worry about it.
It's this color?
Exactly. Hollywood, man, it was a pleasure meeting you. I'm glad I met you. Thank you.
Hollywood, thanks again.
Thank you, sir.
And we want to be at that. We'll be here.
Yeah, come by
on the 6th.
Come by on the 6th, guys.
Yeah, we'll be here. We'll definitely film also. If you want, we'll go live as well for you.
Yeah, perfect, man.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
What's next?
Well,
you know what?
We're going to let you lead into that.
You lead us into the hard rock. So you just look over there and tell Lexa to run Nova Rex.
Lexa, run Nova Rex.
The show's been taken over by the Rockers. That's just a little sample of the popular band Nova Rex, which joins us now. Too late, I'm hers, under my skin.
future. Forget the past. They tell me, Jack, it's time to grow up. Go get a job. Quit screwing up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe tomorrow. But today, I'll tell you where it's at. Bosoms and beer. You won't see you'll make it feel alright. Don't be shy. No lies tonight. We'll rock you till the morning light.
The Hard Rock Cafe, Daytona Beach, September 28th, 6 to 11 p.m. You're going to be there. It's going to be a great time. Stop by and see Nova Rex and Pretty Boy Floyd. $10 to get in, $25 for the VIP.
Hair metal mayhem, baby. How's that for the hair?
Oh,
look at that. See?
Hey, I'm not afraid.
See?
I'm not afraid. That other guy, you know, that Rick
He's all
guy?
worried.
Yeah,
I'm wearing my pink skivvies, so it's all good.
You know, that's going to be a fun time tomorrow night. Guess who's not going to be there?
The craziest guy of the bunch.
I wanted to bring my Stella Cup and go around Daytona again.
Well, we're going to have to, you know what? You're definitely going to be here, what's that date? What day is it? October 6th. You can be here for the autism ride, and we're going to give you a tin cup and that full of beer, and you can do all the interviews.
And then after the autism ride, we got the Shadow Warriors riders the same night. So by then, you ought to be really
going.
Really 42 Stellas to the win.
But Nova Rex is a pretty
Kenny came on here, what, 2 weeks ago?
Guys. That was a blast.
Let me tell you, those guys are nuts.
They are not. They're, you know what? It was one of my first interviews at Leesburg.
Yep.
What a blast, man. Now they bust my chops. They got us pretty good. So I like that. We had a great
time. They let us on the bus.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Next year they better let us on there.
I'll bring my own bus.
But we had a great time.
Again?
So we're going to be out there. Crazy John won't be there. He'll be in Auburn doing his football thing. But me, Dad, and Rick will be out there.
And
so
what about, did you get a hold of Mark?
Mark's not going to make it. Mark's doing a ride to Georgia tomorrow, which is like the biggest adult ride. I think it's going to make Windy Acres look like they can't.
Okay.
So, Mark, we're looking forward to some footage on that one. But the three of us will get it done. I don't know. I know Satara can't make it. I don't know about Lexa yet, but we'll see what happens. All right. So if you see us out there, come by and say hello.
All right. You know, I'm going to leave because I know John's got this one, and
It's bike of the night, baby.
And, you know, I know Ed personally, and I don't want to screw this thing up. So bring in Ed, and let's talk about it.
It's bike of the night, and you know what bike of the night means? Crazy John and Shawn.
in there, Ed.
Thanks.
Hey, Ed, how you doing, buddy?
You're good. How are you?
Good.
I'm hoping I'm not blocking too much of the sun.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. You know, I feel bad. I'm a little I'm too tall for you.
Yeah, John and I, we didn't have enough time. We were supposed to bring a chair that we could stand on when you came in, but we forgot to grab our chairs to stand on. So Ed, you and I have met each other here out quite a few times. I mean, back when this first opened, I think we met.
Yeah, I think right before, I think it was the week before the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. Last year.
Yeah. So this is Ed Ritshot?
Ritshot, yes.
Wow, see there? We got 2 for 2 tonight, John.
And you're going to tell us about the beautiful bike out front.
2000.
Well, first of all, from Fun Bike Center.
Fun Bike Center, Lakeland.
So you guys, if you've been here, you see them out front here where we're at. They're always out here. They got some beautiful bikes all the time. These great Triumphs. You know, Triumph's near and dear to Dad's heart.
Yes.
Because you know he's a Triumph Rocket 3 guy. So,
and we did you guys did a different bike before.
We did the unveiling.
The unveiling of
the sorry, this is the Scrambler.
What was the one before?
Bobber. The Bob.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful bike, custom, and check that show out that we had because that was very cool.
Right.
And now what's this one?
This one is a 2018 Triumph Street Scrambler that we've done some modifications to. The Vance and Hines exhaust, the header wrap too. a bunch of different parts from British Customs. I mean, the exhaust is actually from the Triumph catalog. You can order that one there. But the rest of the stuff, British Customs, the turn signals, the tail light, and the fender eliminator kit, and the Renthal bars and the bar and mirrors. You know,
it's beautiful. I love the black.
It's a nice looking bike.
And the exhaust is awesome.
Yeah, it sounds great too.
Yeah.
And that's, like I said, it's Vance and Hines. Triumph is actually
joined forces with them on that one.
With Vance and Hines.
You can't go wrong there. That's, I tell you what. I would love to start it up just so you guys could hear it because it's beautiful.
Yeah, the Ace will get a little nervous.
Yeah.
Now this Scrambler, how many cc's is this Scrambler?
900 cc.
900 cc.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, it's a beautiful bike to get on. And I mean, this 900cc, you could jump on it and run down to the store, or you could just take it and go.
Right.
I mean, it's that versatile, right?
Right. I mean, I'm a big guy.
No, really? Are you saying that just because you're standing next to us?
I'm not trying to show off.
All right,
get off the box.
All right, there.
Just so you know, everybody's big next to us, but okay.
But yeah, being a big guy, riding one of these bikes at 900cc is plenty of power for me. And it's just an all in all a fun bike to ride, you know?
And that's the thing. I mean, it is, well, first of all, Triumph's just a beautiful bike altogether. But the power is the thing, and 900cc's is great because, again, you can scoot around town and it gets you in and out of traffic with no problem.
Right.
And then you can hit your high end and cruise.
Yeah.
So you know, it's. I'd love to take one of these babies out. But so this bike now. Is it as is? It's about 14,000.
As is, yes.
As is.
Yeah.
Okay, so look at that, 14 grand for this beautiful Triumph, just like this, and that's with the
and where can they come? Where do they come to get this bike if they want to buy it?
Fun Bike Center in Lakeland, 1845 East Memorial Boulevard in Lakeland.
Now, what's the website or what do you got?
Funbikecenter.com.
Funbikecenter.com.
Yeah.
And again, and you've got more bikes out there tonight as well.
Hey,
some really nice looking
the bobber that we unveiled. Been sitting in here playing with the
music. I saw people
lights.
I saw people out there, and the lighting system was a custom light, and you can't even tell in that bike out there where the lighting system is.
Right.
It's hidden so beautiful, and it's the colors are awesome on it.
Justin, one of our service riders, did a good job.
Yeah, they did, and everybody we talked to that night, from the paint and all the way down.
Right.
But this, so that's total custom.
Right.
This, really, the only thing you're looking at is really, is every bike come with that exhaust system?
No, that's just like an add-on
right here.
Yeah, I mean, it does have the side pipes that look similar to that, but it's a 2 and a 2 system, where this is a 2 and a 1.
Is anything else different on its standard bike if you were to go in and get the standard bike?
The tires. I mean, we put a little bit bigger tires on it. The bar end mirrors, the undertail, and the sorry, the undertail kit. So it's a little bit cleaner look in the back.
Well, I'm sorry. We're used to Hank just jumping in like that.
Right.
So I know he got you. But I liked how you kept going. That was fantastic.
Oh, wait a minute.
So the great thing about the Scrambler is, you can actually take this off-road.
Yeah.
So you could be riding down the street and decide you want to go off-road and do a little bit of country sightseeing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
and it's built for both.
Right.
That's
I mean, would I want to take this into heavy off-road? Yeah. I mean, it's still like, dirt trails, that sort of stuff. It's great for something like that.
Now, what about weight? Do you know the weight?
Off the top of my head, no. Sorry.
Yeah, no. Well, we're talking
all the bikes in this dealership.
We're probably talking a couple 100 pounds. It's not that. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
And so that's what's great about it, that you can go on road and off road with it.
Right.
So all right. Well, I think
Hank wants
Dad
to
has
talk
a bike out there,
bike.
and I think he's going to show your custom bike.
Right.
So let's see, Alexa. Let's see what Hank's got out there.
So that's the lights.
That's the lights. Custom bike that you have out there with the lighting system going on.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that bike that you guys had.
Well, there he goes. He's going to play with it.
That's the bobber that we revealed
Are you able to do
a couple weeks ago here at the complete custom that we did at the dealership. Right from the paint, pretty much everything's custom on that bike. The wheels,
from John, we caught John trying to sneak a look underneath the canvas that you had for it. Look at that, you even got the little pocket there, the remote. You can change the colors, you can make it blink there. So let's see, Hank might be in the way there. No, look at that. Look at all the different colors you got going on with that bike. Now that bike, seriously, from the treads up, you customize that, right, Ed?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that was pretty much all done. That was all done in house. The paint, pretty much except for the paint.
And you guys really took a lot of time into that bike. I know that. Right. Now, how much was that bike going for? The custom bike?
$19,999.
Wow, that's it.
Right.
$19,999?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. You know what? I forgot. I don't know why I was thinking it was like 22 or something like that. But that's unbelievable. So we're getting the codes there. You got the key over there?
I got the key.
I guess I wouldn't give the key because I got a feeling Dad might take off. But we'll see what happens here.
I love how the black on that.
Yeah.
The way it's painted.
Now, you guys. Now, is this one of the new? This Scrambler is the new look for this Scrambler for this year, right?
Yeah, I think actually first came out in 2017.
17.
Yeah.
So it came over, but
right.
That's the thing about the Triumph always has the classic look.
Right. Yeah, and they get especially they give it just that old school look, and that's one thing I love.
They haven't veered much from it, and you know what I'm saying? So Triumph has always had their Scramblers, their bikes have always seemed to fit in certain categories that they always keep sort of certain lines to.
Right.
If I'm saying that right.
Right. The Bonneville, the old school Bonneville line.
The Bonneville and everything. So what do we got for the 2018 lineup that changed this year?
This year they came out. 2018 they came out with the Speedmaster, which was, a lot of people love the bobber, the looks of the bobber, but they didn't like the fact that you couldn't carry a passenger on the back.
But John loved that aspect about it, but the rest of us.
Right? Hey, some people like riding solo. Some people like bringing somebody with them.
Just so y'all know, me, you, and John.
Wait.
Sit on that bike.
Did you hear what he said? He said me, you, and John. But Ed, you saw that, right?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to be sure.
All I want you to know is that bike I can sit on and my feet hit the ground.
That's good. So it's got us vertically challenged.
And I got another bike that's out here that I'm going to shoot. I have no idea what this thing is, but I just met this guy.
Oh, okay.
And he got out of the shop. So you guys have a good time.
All right, we will. So again, hopefully he's showing another Triumph out there. I'm not sure, but I got a feeling.
I don't think so.
Too.
Is that what it is?
And Bonneville T120 as well.
Bonneville T120.
What's the white one out there?
The white one's the T120. Oh, the white one's the Bob.
Bob.
That's the custom.
Yep, that's the Bob. So again, website?
Funbikecenter.com.
Location?
1845 East Memorial Boulevard in Lakeland.
See, look at that. He did a great job with that. I tried throwing him up, John.
Yeah.
He did. He got it. He did better.
He did a good job.
My own address. and real quick, a shout out to who are your two friends out here that are holding the phones here for us?
Bobby and Catherine.
Great job.
Good job.
Bobby and Catherine, we appreciate you guys.
I'm glad you guys came in.
So listen, Ed. Buddy, thank you so much again.
Thank you. Nice looking bike.
Anytime you want us to show, Can I
put on the?
Yeah, go ahead. See another one. He's not afraid, Rick.
Not afraid. Actually, the hot pink and black go good together.
Yeah,
So any bike you ever want to show from the Triumph family, we love to have.
Absolutely.
Because it is, Triumph's been around. Oh my God, they're one of the leading bikes out of the UK.
Right, absolutely.
And again, my dad will tell you, he's had 2 Triumph Rocket 3s, but that's because I laid one down. But he did say he wanted another one, so.
Was it the torque that got you, or was it?
No, it was acorns, actually.
Oh, okay.
To be honest with you, I was going around the turn and it was his bald tire and some acorns.
Do you remember the two squirrels in the commercial in that insurance car?
Oh, yeah.
I think that was
it. Yeah, they got me, man. And I was doing I was doing maybe 4 miles an hour.
Oh, ouch.
4 miles an hour. I left a good patch right there, and I was on my way to get his bike repaired. I was taking it to the repair shop for him. But I'm going to tell you, that bike could take a beating. So anyways, that Rocket, but I will say, that Rocket 3's got one of the most torque and most speed.
156 foot.
I got to tell you, man, I hit it, and it's just gone. That bike's just crazy. But all right, Ed, thank you so much, buddy. It's always good seeing you. You guys have beautiful bikes anytime. So bike of the night. All righty. Bike of the night.
Bike of the night. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
And then don't worry, we'll write it out for you.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
All right.
Hey, thank
Come
you
on,
guys.
man.
Appreciate
Got
it.
something going on.
You know what? This is one of these shows. You can stay here if you want. Do you guys sell Yamahas?
Just the wave rooms.
Okay, good.
yeah.
Sorry about that.
Not the motors.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, then you might want to step out. Johnny, come on in. I was just outside while we were shooting your bike all lit up, and Johnny was admiring it. And Johnny, I said, listen, you got a bike? He goes, yeah. Now, can you go to the bike that I got outside? Okay, that's Johnny's bike. Johnny, tell me real quick about that bike.
It's a 2017 XSR 900. Completely custom, minus the tank, the frame, and the motor.
So the only thing is the motor, the tank, and what else is stock?
So it's got which stock is the tank, the frame, and the motor.
Okay, and then everything else you worked on it.
Yeah. So it's redid the forks, redid the suspension, redid the exhaust, redid the complete front.
And this is the funny part. While we were out there talking, we were talking about the bike all lit up, and Johnny goes, I go just the opposite.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to know I'm around.
Yeah. black it all out.
That's it?
Yeah.
So for everybody,
radar, right?
so for everybody, you know what? We don't care what you ride, as long as you ride and you have a good time and you're safe. So Johnny, thank you for coming on. I know that we graved you out of the crowd. It was interesting.
No, it's fine.
Thanks,
All right.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, bud.
Where's Crazy John? We lost him.
He's getting Rick, and we're gonna put this baby to rest.
Okay.
Here.
All right.
Well, let me go grab them again. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're all by yourself now, pal.
I'm all by my.
Hey.
Woo!
Come on up there.
Here's the problem about me being by myself. They need to correct those cameras because there's so much headroom. You guys could at least brought me something to stand on. I'm waiting. All right, so we're waiting for Crazy John and Rick to end this doggone show. I don't know what they're out there. They're out there listening to music. Rick grabbed his drink. We got Crazy John here.
Hey, this is one crazy wild show.
This is still my first drink.
I told you, we're going to have to be ordering breakfast after this damn show. All right, so real quick, rides and events. Anybody? Am I the only one? I got some rides and events right here.
Well, we got one coming up, but it's not a ride. Mike, when is that ride for the rodeo?
October 11th through the 13th.
11th through the 13th. Osceola Sheriff's Department's putting it on. I'll have that stuff up on the website. Danny? Yep.
Always
Thank
good.
you, Danny.
Good to see you, Danny. All right, so listen. So October the 6th, there's actually a couple of rides going on, things going on October the 6th. So, and now we got a new one that we just found out about. So October the 6th, Access Ride for Autism. Okay. So the Access Ride for Autism registration is 9 a.m. Kickstands are up at 10 a.m. You can get info at Access Ride, the number 4. Autism.com. Access Ride, the number 4, Autism.com. So that's going to get some, and that starts at the Access School, I believe it's called the Access School. A friend of mine, Cammie, her son has autism. He's great. The stuff they post is fantastic, funny. But that ride's going to end here at the Ace Cafe.
Okay.
So that's on the 6th. I think it's even on Ace Cafe's thing right there. Yes, it is.
Let me throw something out there real quick. Ace Cafe is no longer enforcing the no colors policy, okay? So I know,
come on down
I know it's been an issue,
Yeah.
and you know what? Rightfully so, they had an issue, and they had to implement that policy. But look, they're not going to recant it, but I'm putting it out there. They are no longer enforcing the no cuts or no colors policy. So every Thursday night, we've got bike night out here, but then all these charity events that have their events where they stage or end up here at Ace Cafe, just because you wear colors or you have a cut or a motorcycle club, they're not enforcing the policy. So please join these nonprofit, these poker runs, these events. Come on out here and support
be a part
these.
of it. Yeah,
come on,
be
man.
a part of it.
Help out.
And then we just learned about the Shadow Warrior Riders.
Right.
And that's going to be on the same day. That's the 6th, but that's in the evening,
6 to 8.
6
right.
to 8 p.m.
Right.
So you can spend all day out here and
double up.
double up, man.
Why not?
Just see some
Double up.
That's it.
Thank you, April.
And then you've also, the 6th. I mean, we're turning into riding season really with this weather, and that's what's going on. Also, Camp Boggy Creek. So Camp Boggy Creek out there at Ross Myers, that's going to go out. That's an escorted ride to the Boggy Creek camp.
Yep.
Right.
So, depending where you're at, try to make one of these rides if you can, because they're all great events and they're great charities. So I'm not even sure which one we're at this year, because we have so many going on. But we always have a great time at all of them.
And I want to say this, when you and I started this thing, it was because it was bonding for you and I.
Yep.
And you and I talked one day about, well, I'll go do this ride and you go do that ride. And you hit the nail on the head and you said, you know what, Dad, I got in this to be with you.
Yep.
So we want everybody out there to understand, we can only be at so many places. We'll be glad to put up your ride, but we can't make every ride.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that you can't pick and choose the ones you want to go out and ride. Now we got Rick. Rick's the only one that's not married. So he can go out
Rick's
and ride
available.
anywhere he wants. He's available, yeah. I won't say anything more than that.
And he doesn't ride a bobber. He's got some extra room on the back, right?
Now listen, outside of these bike events, I'm kind of, yes, I'm single and I'm looking, okay? Look, here's the thing. Tomorrow...
www.CycleFeverTV. I want to go out with Rick.
No, but here's what we got.
We're going to screen everybody. Just send in your resume, your picture.
Yeah.
Measurements? No.
That's it.
Look.
Dad, John, and I are going to go through them all because we're married, and then we'll let Rick know who we go out with.
I'm 54 and I'm looking into heart. I'm looking to make a connection intellectually.
I heard this before.
Okay.
All right.
But look, let's go back.
Okay.
Tomorrow night. Where are we going to be tomorrow night?
Hard Rock Daytona Beach.
Why?
Because Nova Rex and Pretty Boy Floyd are going to be playing, and we will be.
And there's an
backstage.
80s costume contest, and we're out there to have some fun, baby.
6 o'clock, doors open. It's only $10 for general admission. $10. What? What's $10? $25 gets you VIP access. Show up in your 80s costume, long hair, frizz it out. Do whatever it is.
Rick's gonna have a Sharpie, and he will sign whatever you want signed. I'm just saying.
We've got media passes. We'll be backstage. But hey, look, if you show us, if you message us by tomorrow before we leave that you've got a ticket, that you've paid, we will interview you and we'll put you on our broadcast, okay? So that's the challenge. How's that?
That's it.
And I tell you what, I want you to take that trophy there, and because John can't go there, I want you to be the guy walking around with a trophy, and you hand it to the people, and you say, we want to do an interview with you. And
He's like, what?
And then they'll have it. And they'll
We'll
talk.
take up the Stella Challenge.
I thought that was his alcohol drinking.
It is.
Okay.
He's not going to be there.
Okay.
John, I'll bring that with us, and I might have to fill it up with some Stella and just for you.
Now this Saturday is a ride for a suicide ride as well. Crystal from Harley Davidson had the T-shirt. I don't have it off the top of my head, but I know it's Wayne. Wayne is hosting the event, and I think that's out of. I think it's out of Orlando
East.
Harley Davidson.
Right, East.
I thought it was. Is it East?
I think that one's East. So you were ahead of yourself. You knew that. You got them confused.
There you go.
You know what, guys? I hate to be the party pooper, but we've been on for over an hour and 5 minutes.
I gotta go talk to Amy from Cuties Bash.
John's got some events. So what do you got, John?
No, I'm just looking at the 8th. Remember the 15th? We got Porsche Night coming up again.
Porsche Night is October 15th.
Yes.
Now again, we're here the 2nd and the 4th Thursday, and we're usually not this long, but We had a lot of interviews, had a lot to cover. We had a lot of stuff going on.
We got
Instead of 4 weeks to get it in, we got 2, so more stuff happened. Now, anything? Let's see, where are we at here?
We got.
Today's the 27th.
Autism coming up. They got a Corvette meet Monday, the 8th. Really just a lot of their basic stuff. But
go on their website.
Has something going on.
Right. Go on their website, check it out.
Something going on. So.
All right, I got a quick.
That's all we got here.
I got a quick shout out to Mark Hall. Mark, have a safe ride. You're going to Georgia. Mark's been out doing some riding. He's been doing. He's been having quite a few events.
Hell yeah, I'm jealous. I've been watching
He was in the Keys.
He's popping tents and everything.
North Carolina, and now he's going to Georgia for what he says is one of the biggest adult bike clubs out there, events out there. So, we can't wait to see that footage.
Mark, shoot me some stuff live.
Dear, when we sign off, go to the camera outside, and I'll go out there and take some peek. We got a great crowd out there. Canyon Lake, great crowd.
Yeah, because we need to extend this show a little bit longer.
Yeah, and I think they were worried about the rain, and luckily we're doing good. Again, the 3 of us, we will see you guys out there tomorrow. We'll hopefully show up. And
come by and say hello.
Yeah, we'll tell Kenny to tell you hey. All right, guys.
You ready?
No.
Did you read this message? Did you read that text message from?
No, I didn't. Thank you very much, Rick, and thank him too.
Okay.
Who's him?
We'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that. All right, everybody. Crazy John, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Join the adventure and enjoy the ride. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Take care.